have to ask you because we had Phil Heath on earlier. Now we tried to get both of you on, but that didn't work out. Yeah, you're laughing. When you reflect upon the rivalry between you and Phil, rivalry, and then I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, it was a recent time that you were together in India. You posted a few pictures together.
We just happened to be there at the same time.
Yeah, I like that. Talk to us about the rivalry and where you two stand today, and your thoughts of Phil Heath as a 7-time champion.
I don't think about it. I don't know. You know, I don't want to say anything.
You kind of just did.
Rude. No. I mean,
not rude, but
I said something that was honest. You know what I mean? Listen, my goal isn't to say anything negative about, Phil Heath. Phil Heath is, 7-time Mr. Olympia, and that's awesome. You know what I mean? I don't know if the world is ready to hear everything you may have to say in an unfiltered, uncensored.
Guys, just you and me here.
Yeah, of course.
Nobody else is here,
right? That'd be just between
nobody's watching.
What would you say, Minikai? Oh, keep quiet. My point. I respect the fact that he's a 7-time Mr. Olympia. Beyond that, I'm not sitting here saying that, it's a tremendous accomplishment at a time when it really, really meant something, I think, to be Mr. Olympia, particularly for me, But, I think that there's we're in a new place at a very interesting time now. I think the sport needs to grow. The sport is growing. There's a lot of changes that have occurred. And I think there's something to be said for the eye that needs to mature a little bit within the way the sport is being run. And I don't want to say anything negative and step on anybody's toes.
I think I hear some ooh.
But since it is that
you went there.
I am an independent contractor, has anybody asked the question, what happened, last year, year before that? I'd say the last 4 years. Oh, okay. Well, yes. I want to be responsible, y'all. I want to be responsible. So on that note, yeah, man, I think the sport's going through some changes. It's growing. It's going on. And it'll be interesting to see what happens with the sport within the next 5 years. I think there's very big changes that are happening now. A lot of the fans and enthusiasts of the sport that still celebrate and follow it have seen them. New categories have been opened up. The once indoor BO federation is kind of going through its changes. There's a lot of opportunity now that didn't exist years ago. There was a time when there were only 4 pro cards that were probably offered in a single year, amongst, and only the best of the best of the best of the best of the best, were even allowed, to even fight for a seat at that table, But there's a lot of reason for a lot of the changes that have occurred, and we understand that criteria is not the same, And I think it's only fitting to say too that, there's a lot of changes that have happened at the Olympia. What does it mean to be a top tier champion at the Olympia anymore? If the last 2 years that Phil Heath was Mr. Olympia, he didn't have a supplement sponsor, And I think that's a really valid point to think about without saying anything negative about, Phil Heath as a champion.
Right.
The point, what's going on with the organization? What's going on with the sport? If the top man, there was a time when you competed for your place in the ranking system, because to be at the top of it meant that you had more access to opportunity. So when you were an athlete in the gym training and in the trenches getting ready for, the competitive experience, it was worth it to work and be your best, because at the end of the day, being your best meant that by becoming the best, you now have the opportunity of having more opportunity available to you, such as the contracts, such as the sponsorships, such as the endorsements, such as the ability to be represented, to become the representative of the sport and required to travel and be the ambassador of the sport. That meant opportunity. It meant your ability to be able to take care of your family, take care of your responsibilities, and experience a financial reality that was fitting. If now, print media has kind of moved on.
Yeah, on the wayside.
We have, now increasingly more of the responsibility on the athletes to create, their own streams of revenue and become they're entrepreneurs now. So athletes are now the entrepreneurs, and they're doing the business that allows us to use social media and all these wonderful tools that are available to us now that didn't exist, 15, 12 years ago.
It's a different world we live in.
Yeah, so with that said, I mean, if you want to be able to the Olympia has to mean something again. And unfortunately, the responsibility just can't fall on the athletes. I mean, you have a responsibility to be your best self,
yes.
I mean, with the way you represent your life, both on stage and off stage, but the esteem that means something to be Mr. Olympia, I think they've gone to sleep. I think they went to sleep a long time ago. They didn't make the investments that needed to be made, and as a result, you know what? Has suffered. The title has suffered. And if you have too many people that are able to leave the sport at that stage and step out and be well successful on their own without, then what's the need of being in the first place?